Welcome back to the stream. It is Wednesday night. We are here with the veterans and first responders on the Coast to Coast Racing League. Thank you all for tuning in. Welcome back. As always, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. 22 veterans a day take their own life, which is 22 too many. So we're trying to do our small part to get the word out that there are companies out there that can help. So if you do have the means you'd like to donate, that would be greatly appreciated. If not, and you know a veteran out there, maybe you haven't heard from them in a while, reach out, let them know you're thinking about them. You never know what that conversation could save a life. So speaking of, we are brought to you tonight by Mission 22, the Flatline Racing Bodies. Wednesday night, the veterans and first responders, brought to you by Mission 22. First out on the track, Mr. Bob the Good in the 7 machine, Air Force veteran out on the track. Patrick Spangler in the 39 cars with us, reserve member in the 39. Chris Schaefer to the top of the board with an 11. It's 079 for Chris Schaefer. Andy Patton is with us in the 87 Air Force ride. Good enough for second. Quick with an 11.061. 513 Marine Machine is back with us to do battle. Jeff Barker currently fifth. Quick with an 11.413. Looks like we are going to have a small field tonight. We only have 5 veterans and or first responders in the field. We are getting ready to get underway. Got about 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left in qualifying. Again, greatly appreciate everyone tuning in. Coast to Coast Racing League. If you're not a member and you're interested, check them out at c2crl.com. One of the best racing leagues, in my opinion, on the iRacing platform. Racing without all the drama you get in other leagues. Very well-run league. We got 4. My apologies. We got 4 cars tonight. We're starting off here with the 360 sprint cars for veterans and first responders. We will follow that up. Check the schedule real quick. Follow that up with limited 360s. Those drivers under 2,500 in Coast to Coast Racing League and without a feature win can race in that race. We're getting ready to grid for heat number 1. Bob the Good, Patrick Spangler on the front row. Andy Patton, Chris Schaefer in row 2. Jeff Barker rounds out your field of 5 drivers. We will only have 1 heat, then we will have a 3-minute warm-up, then we will transfer right into the feature. Heat 1's got 6 laps. Bob the Good again starting on the pole. We are on the short track. Pace truck is off. Bob the Good will bring us to the green flag. Patrick Spangler to his outside. Restart is on green. We are getting ready for some action. Green flag is out. We are underway. Bob the Good on that bottom side. Bob the Good falls back. Patrick Spangler to the point in the 39 machine with Chris Schaefer behind him in the 23. Andy Patton currently running in the 3rd position. Chris Spangler hard, Schaefer into the fence hard. Andy Patton now takes over P2. Jeff Barker in P3. Patrick Spangler getting away from the field. Looks like he gets a little bit loose down low. He's got over a second gap over the 87 and the 513. Andy Patton and Jeff Barker. I thank Jeff for his service in the United States Marine Corps. Greatly appreciated, sir. Mr. Bob the Good is back on it. Chris Schaefer has exited after that damage. 39 car giving the bottom side a 1 to go. Looks like Jeff Barker got by the 87 of Andy Patton. Spangler, Barker, Patton, and the Good are your finishing order. We will go to 3 minutes of warm-up, and then we will get into feature time. So we'll be back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue has been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. Two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Valhalla Project a place our fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. It is Veterans Time, or feature time. As you can see, we do not have a large field. You know, any veterans out there, the rules are a little bit different for veterans to join the Coast to Coast Racing League. You can get a hold of Roger Craig. You can get a hold of me. You can get a hold of just about anybody in Coast to Coast. We'll get you in touch with the right people. Love to pack the field with veterans for the Veterans and First Responders race. We do have fundraisers throughout the year. Chris Schaefer, Bob the Good on the front row. Andy Patton, Jeff Barker in row 2. Patrick Spangler rounds out your field of 5 drivers. They did invert the entire field. We're getting ready for some feature action. Chris Schaefer will bring us to the green flag. In the 23 machine. Again, Wednesday night, Veterans and First Responders brought to you by Flatline Racing Bodies. They bring all 4 races to you. Veterans and First Responders portion to open the night with the 360 Sprint Cars brought to you by Mission 22. Mission 22 is doing great things for veterans. Got 20 laps to get it done. Pace truck will exit this time by, leaving the field to Chris Schaefer in the 23 machine. Got Bob the Good to his outside. Green flag is out. We are underway. 20 laps. Schaefer on that bottom side. Bob the Good tries that high side. Schaefer pulls up in front of the 7 car of the Good. Just enough room to fit. Andy Patton in the 87 car stuck down low. Jeff Barker's able to get by. The 513 Marine machine running side by side. Chris Schaefer at the front of the field. They make contact. That moves Barker and Patton to the back of the field. Up front, Chris Schaefer not having any problems navigating here around Fairbury. Got Bob the Good in P2. Patrick Spangler in P3 will go on board with the 39 car of Spangler as he throws the 39 down low, trying to get underneath the 7 car of the Good. Side by side in the backstretch, 39 staying down low. Bob the Good working the high side. Good run off the top side of 4. He holds the lead at the line. Chris Schaefer running away with it in the 23 car, currently over a second gap. Looks like the battle here is going to be for P2. As Spangler decides to get back in line behind the 7 car of Bob the Good to maybe try it again another time. We are working lap 8 of 20, so we do have a long way to go. Spangler throws it down deep once again. Slide job coming. Crossover by Bob the Good. Spangler couldn't get the crossover to stick. Once again, 39 car dives down low, slides up, crossover from the 7 of Bob the Good. Good run off that top side by the 7. Patrick just can't get the slide job to stick. Tries it again. Chris Schaefer over a second gap. Now that's down to 8/10. So these two, as they're racing, cutting into that lead. Once Patrick Spangler cleared the 7 of Bob the Good, now he's on a mission in the 39, closing the gap big time. Down to 0.2 of a second. Look at the 39 go on the back tail tank of the 23. Schaefer with a comfortable lead early. Once Spangler cleared the 7 car, slide job coming, crossover from the 23. Good run off that top side. That should do it. Patrick Spangler with the lead at the line. Chris Schaefer falls back to P2. Bob the Good in 3. Andy Patton in the 87 Air Force ride in P4. Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine machine, currently in P5 up front. Spangler in the 39 machine, setting sail in the SSR machine. Once he cleared the 7 and the 23, he set sail here on the field. Currently has almost a second gap over second place 23 car of Chris Schaefer. Working lap 19 of 20. Last lap. Spangler, Schaefer, DeGood are your top 3. Running the bottom side, 39, getting a good drive off the bottom. It is Schaefer, or Spangler, Schaefer, DeGood are your top 3. Great run by those gentlemen. We will get a word with your top 3 podium finishers here momentarily as soon as they get their podium picture taken care of. See Patrick Spangler up in the room. Good run by veterans and first responders tonight. Waiting on Bob the Good to get up into the booth. Guess we will go with Chris Schaefer. Chris, this is Joe. You got me?
Gotcha, Joe.
Hey, man, good run to start off the night. Looks like you started to check out on the field early, and Patrick was able to reel you back in. How was he able to do that, man? And how was your night?
Man, I just ran out of talent, and he's a little bit better than me. I just couldn't hold the top, and he could.
Yeah, man. So you said a word that's very familiar to me, running out of talent. Been there for sure, but you finished on the podium. You ran up front. You going to run the rest of the night?
I possibly will run the next one. I don't know about the rest of them.
All right, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I think all the guys over at Black Bullet Racing helped me out. Hans Performance, Admin Box, Derek GLLC, Mimi's Makings in Motion, Bowie Welding, Gilding's Mobile Repair, Getting Hooked Guide Service, W Energy, CTFX Graphics, Redline Graphics, and ABR Setup. All our sponsors over there at Black Bullet.
Man, that's a list, my brother. Hey, great run by you, man. Another podium for the 23 machine. Have a great night and wish you the best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Yes, sir. The 7 car, Bob the Good, starts on the pole, slides back 1, or started outside pole. My apologies. Slides back 1 in the 7 car. Bob, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir. Got you,
Hey,
Joe.
man, I think this is the first time we have spoke. Great run by you. Kind of missed the Air Force car today, but that's okay. We'll let that one go. Great run, man. How was your night? How did the track change?
Well, early on, of course, in qualifying and heat race and stuff, the track was much tackier. It got into the feature and trying to run the top, and it kept getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And Patrick and I had a pretty good race, traded spots there for a bit, and he got the better of me, but I was just trying not to wreck him. It was fun, though.
Yeah, man, we captured it all. Slide job crossover city there for a while. Great run by you, my friend. How's the weather in Kansas City? I spent 8 years in Knobnoster, Missouri. You probably know where that is, being an Air Force guy.
I know where that is, the land of the B-2s. It's 84 degrees and mostly cloudy.
Man, I loved it. Loved the time up there, and thank you for your service, sir. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for coming out and running with us. Man, this is fun.
Yep, thank you, Joe.
You got anybody you'd like to thank for your win or for your podium?
Well, I'd like to thank the Coast2Coast Racing League, Malcolm Mills Millwrighting, Alex Bergeron Setup Shop, and Coast2Coast. Pitside Podcast. That's the other one. So right. And you for the broadcast, Joe.
Yeah, man. You gonna run the rest of the night?
That's the plan.
All right. Good luck, sir. Hope to talk to you again.
Yep, we'll see you.
All right. Patrick Spangler in the 39 car rolls off in the back of the field, totally inverted the whole field. Drives the 39 up to the point. Patrick, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, man. Share your secrets. How'd you get there?
It was a low car count, so I mean, big car count's hard to do those slide battles like I had with Bob and Chris. Those are always fun. So when you get the low car count, you can kind of just battle it out, and it's pretty fun that way. Just try to slide down. I know the top line was the fastest, but I was trying any way to get the bottom to work.
Yeah, that was it was fun to watch. You guys put on a good show, as veterans always do. We need some more numbers for sure, and hopefully we can work on that. But great win by you, man, in the 39 machine. Good way to start the season. You won last week, and how'd you do on week 1?
Week 1 in the Veteran League?
Yeah.
I think is this only the second week? I think it's only the second week.
I'm old, man. I lose count.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But yeah, I'm looking to run this series full time this season, so hopefully I can just keep it going, and then I'll be back for the 410s later on tonight.
Right on. Hopefully I get a couple weeks off. I can come out and run with you guys if we can get someone to cover the broadcast. Great run by you, my friend. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank you for everything you do for the veterans, Roger for putting on the league, Team SSR, and Dad and Uncle back home watching.
All right, man. We'll see you with the 410s.
That sounds good. Let's see you here again.
There you go. Veteran winner of the 360 Sprint Cars, Patrick Spangler, brings it home victory lane 2 weeks in a row. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll be with the limited 360s right here at Fairbury. So we will be back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. Four veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back. And every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars were going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity, and purpose.
I am Sergeant Clay Warren. I suffered from PTSD. In 2013, I ended my own life. Now my voice has been brought back to speak to people like me. Know that you're not the only one. Things can get better. You don't have to carry that burden anymore. Speak up now to get the help that you need.
22 veterans end their lives every day. You just heard the reconstructed voice of one of them. Seek help at mission22.com.
Cool has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier, turn to the experts.
Coolray has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take, you know, these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, you know, from being, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. You know, I've gone snorkeling a few times, or, you know, I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You know, you're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have zero experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
I'm Chris Jakimick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. You know, it was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important, but I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text actually from my stepmom. I was like, I need you to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates. And she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day. 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought, we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I've first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I have not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired, a little over a year ago, I set forth, as like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. Physically, I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. Every day he pushes it from the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life. It was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called to me, and then I kept going. So that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? He's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it transformed into lo and behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. If I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service. But at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home that's what it's about.
Welcome, warriors and athletes. Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir. Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña. Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favuza. From Valdosta, Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio. From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy. Technical Sergeant retired Margie Hinkle. And coming up next, former pole vaulter, that is very similar to Blaze Bilardi, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, Master Sergeant retired Chris Jack Jackamek. Warrior Games competitor back on the team, Staff Sergeant retired Joseph Alex Pate.
Woo.
What? He did
All right.
big things back in the day. He's gonna do big things. Coming to you from St. Henry.
Wow. We look at Mission 22 and we see all the shirts, we see all the flags out there. I don't think enough of the people understand how big the programs actually are and how that is actually in there. And like, I'm a benefactor from the donations of these private donors that are there to allow me to live life, to improve life for not only myself, but for friends, for fellow veterans, for my children, for my girlfriend, for my family, is to be that, to say, you know what? We can keep going at the end of the day. We can keep going, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult life becomes, we can keep going.
We have this this value in the Air Force, this belief, a wingman concept. We're gonna take care of each other. We've got each other, and there gives us hope, right? And so if you have been knocked down, I say this a lot, by the baseball bat of life, right? You're on the ground. If you know that someone's got you, it's got your six, no matter what, that's gonna help you get back up again. And that's part of Mission 22, I think, for him. That connection, that human connection, that's what's gonna save us. Yeah, that's what saved him. He can be a light in darkness. No matter how dark that spiral is, to know that someone got back up again and navigated their way out, that they can get through it too, that they are not alone. Not for one moment of one day. That's what he could be. He could be a beacon of light.
Welcome back. We are back with the Limited 360s, a new series in Coast to Coast Racing League for those with an IL or I rating under 2,500 and have not won a feature race are eligible to run here. Coast to Coast Racing League covers just about everybody that there is out there. Veterans, first responders, now the limited late models, limited 360s here at Fairbury, getting ready to do battle. Again, if you're in the market for a great racing league, you're not already a member, check out Coast to Coast Racing League, C2CRL.com. Racing without all the drama that you get in other racing leagues. Very well run. We are getting ready to go qualifying. We will go along with the 514 of Nathan Aldridge. Nathan Aldridge doing great things for Coast to Coast Racing League as an admin. Cut away from Nate there real briefly. Hits the wall out of the exit of turn 4, which will kill his first lap speed. $11,466 for Nathan Aldridge. Jeffrey Kemper in the 181, driver out of Oregon, puts it on the pole currently with an 11 or a 10.834. Great run by Jeffrey Kemper. Following along with the 70 car of Mr. Mike Cramner as he comes to the flag stand. Mr. Greg Boydell, don't know what the 014 is, going the wrong way on the race surface. Not sure what happened with Greg. One of my teammates, great guy out of Canada. Greatly appreciate all that Greg does for our team in the 014 entry. Greg Boydell with a 12.894. Good enough for 9th quick. Coming to his second lap. Can he improve? 12.317. Greg Boydell will qualify 9th quick. Again, they do invert the top 4 at Coast to Coast Racing League. Again, not another big field. We should have 2 heat races and then a feature race. Again, if you know a veteran out there interested in running with Coast to Coast Racing League, the rules are a little bit laxed. There is a 2,500 I rating to get into Coast to Coast Racing League. However, if you are a veteran or a first responder, please reach out to Roger Craig or Bill Calder, myself, whoever, anybody on the executive committee, and there are special provisions for veterans and first responders for this Wednesday race. Heat 1, Nathan Aldridge, Chris Schaefer on the front row, Bob DeGood, Jeff Kemper in row 2. Greg Boydell will round out your field of 5 drivers. Nathan Aldridge in the 514 will bring us to the green flag. Again, a big shout out to Nathan Aldridge for all he does for Coast to Coast Racing League. If you are interested in being an admin or a reviewer, please, again, reach out to Roger Craig. Let him know. Big shout out to Nathan for all he does. He's got the 23 car, Chris Schaefer. We saw Chris Schaefer in the last Veterans and First Responders. This race brought to you by Lynn's Huggables. The night brought to you by Flatline Racing Bodies. Pace truck is off the race surface, leaving the field to Nathan Aldridge. Chris Schaefer to his outside to 181 is your quick time qualifier. Jeffrey Kemper, green flag is out. We are underway. Looks like Nathan Aldridge got loose super early. Chris Schaefer in the 23 takes over the lead with Jeffrey Kemper in the 181. Mean Green Machine to his rear tail tank. Chris Schaefer running away from the field a little bit here. Got a half-second gap between himself and Jeffrey Kemper. Mr. Bob DeGood out of Kansas City, Missouri. We saw him earlier with Greg Boydell in the 014 on his tail tank. Driver out of Canada. Chris Schaefer extended his lead ever so slightly. However, Jeffrey Kemper, once he cleared Bob DeGood, starting to reel in the 2-3 car. White flag is out. We got one to go. Chris Schaefer at the point. Kemper in P2. Greg Boydell in 3 now. Not sure what happened to Bob DeGood. Schaefer, Kemper, Boydell, Aldrich are your top 4. Coming up next, we'll have heat number 2. Bob Curtis, Mike Cramner on the front row, Joe Canellis, Jeff Barker in row number 2. John Rayner Jr. is in row number 3, all by himself at the rear of the field. Bob Curtis in the 012 car will bring us to the green flag. On that inside, we got 6 laps. Typically, top 4 heads to the feature. However, everyone will head to the feature here in the limited 360 sprint cars at Fairbury. See the Stephen King's pace truck out in front of the drivers here. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Mr. Bob Curtis as we come to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Bob Curtis on the bottom side. Mike Cramner in the 70 machine going to run the top side. As is the 513 of Jeffrey Barker's going to go up high. Tucks in behind the 70 of Cramner on the high side. We're not used to seeing the 513 up high, but he is up high tonight on the tail tank of the 70 car of Cramner. Cramner takes an odd line into turn number 2, leaving Jeff Barker at the lead. Joe Canellis in the 1 machine in P2 on the tail tank of the 513. Get a look from Joe Canellis in the 1 car as he falls in line behind the 513. John Rayner Jr. currently in 4th position. Bob Curtis in the 012 started on pole. It looks like the race is going to be right here between Joe Canellis and Jeff Barker. Canellis dives the 1 car down low. Can't get any drive off the end. Barker, Canellis, Curtis, Rayner Jr. are your top 4. Of course, everyone is headed to the feature. Got 3 minutes of warm-up, so we will be right back.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way.
Welcome back. We're just finishing up warm-ups, getting ready for the 20-lap feature. Chris Schaefer, Jeff Barker on the front row, Jeff Kemper, Joe Canellis in row 2, Greg Boydell, Bob Curtis in row 3, Nathan Aldrich, John Rayner Jr. in row number 4, Bob DeGood, Mike Krabner round out your field of 10 drivers for the limited 360 sprint car division. So it is indeed Chris Schaefer in the 23 machine. We saw him race with the veterans and first responders. Matter of fact, the first row ran in veterans and first responders. Greatly appreciate those gentlemen's service to our country and or their communities. 513 Marine Machine. Like to thank Jeff Barker for his service in the United States Marine Corps. Greatly appreciated, sir. Pace truck exits this time by leaving the field to Chris Schaefer, who will bring the field to the green flag in the 23 machine. Restart is on green. Green flag is out. We are underway. Got Jeff Barker to his outside in the 513. The 181 of Jeff Kemper currently in third. Doesn't want to stay there very long. Somebody got up into the wall. Looked like Joe Canellis and the 513. Barker moving Jeff Kemper up to P2. Leave it to Jeff to track down your leader currently, Chris Schaefer. Yellow flag just came out. Looks like Mike Kramner. That looked like the 513 of Barker, actually. We will have to see if we can get with Barker and see what happened to the 513. Barker took a big tumble in the 513 machine. Chris Schaefer in the 23 machine still at the front of the field. Moved the 181 of Jeff Kemper to his rear tail tank. Greg Boydell up 2 positions from the start. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Schaefer on that high side. See that high side getting wore out. 181 of Jeffrey Kemper. Again, tracking the 23 car there. Greg Boydell and the 014 driver out of Canada. The Iron Man, Greg Boydell, giving it a go with Joe Canellis to the rear tail tank of the 014. Looks like we got a pass for the lead. The 181 of Kemper's making that high side work. Oregon drivers getting it done up front. Moving Schaefer back to P2. Working lap 7 of 20. We have another caution. We will take a look and see what happened here. Mike Kramner just gets loose up high, turns around the 302 car. Jeff Kemper moving the 181 to the top of the field here. Got Chris Schaefer behind him in second position. Greg Boydell in third, Joe Canellis in fourth, and Nathan Aldrich in the 514, calling the race as the admin and running at the same time, currently in fifth position. Working lap 7 of 20, so we do have a ways to go here. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Kemper with a great run. Joe Canellis in the one car up to P3. Greg Boydell and Nathan Aldrich running side by side. Slide job by Aldrich. Looks like we have contact in the back. We will get a look at what just happened. Following along with Bob Curtis in the 0-1-2, comes down on Mike Cramner. Those two make contact. Move them to the back of the field. So Oregon driver Jeff Kemper still at the front of the field in the 181. Again, the limited 360s brought to you by Lynn's Huggables. Working lap 10 of 20, so got a ways to go here. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Jeffrey Kemper in the 181 machine. Jeffrey Kemper on the loud pedal out front, gets a great jump on the field. The 23 car of Schaefer tries to go with Kemper this time. Running the lower line than Kemper, trying to get a good run off that bottom side. You can see the track really getting slick up high. Schaefer trying to work that bottom side, can't get it done. Jeff Kemper opening up a big lead. Currently over a second gap between himself. Taking a look at Joe Canellis in the one machine. Currently, now he moves up to third, battling out with Nathan Aldrich, moving up on Chris Schaefer in the 23 machine. These guys trying to take away P2. Looks like Canellis will get it done on that bottom side in the one machine. Canellis making it happen. Nathan Aldrich in the 514, trying that bottom side, goes along with Joe Canellis. See the 014 of Greg Boydell dive into the screen in the Icon machine. 5 laps to go. Jeff Kemper with over a 2.5 second gap over the field. See, the track got super slick. Jeff Kemper has figured out how to navigate that track. Working lap 17 of 20. White flag is out for the 181 of Jeffrey Kemper. He's got 2 more corners to navigate. He will bring it home a victory in the 181. Not sure if that makes him ineligible next week or not. Kemper, Schaefer, Aldrich, Boydell are your top 4. Joe Canellis finishes in P5. We will get a word with your top 3 podium finishers. We will talk to first Nathan Aldrich if he makes it up into the booth. I know he's admin of the night, so we will see if he can join us in the admin booth. Chris Schaefer bringing it home P2. Nathan Aldrich adminning and getting it done up 4 from the start. Nathan, this is Joe. You got me? Man, first I want to thank you for all you do for Coast to Coast Racing League. Greatly appreciated, man. Being a former admin, or I guess current admin, I understand what you go through, man, and you always pull through in the clutch. So first of all, thank you for that. Great run by you, man. Up 4 positions from the start. How was your night? How was the track? Yeah, man. Great run by you. You gonna run the rest of the night? You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium finish, brother? Yeah, man. Again, Nathan, I greatly appreciate all you do for the league, man. It wouldn't happen without guys like you giving their time. So great run by you, my friend, and hopefully we see you on a podium again tonight. Yeah, man. The 23 car of Chris Schaefer starts on the pole, loses 1 position, comes up 1 position short. Chris, this is Joe. You got me? Man, 2 times in one night. We need to swap cell phone numbers. Maybe we need to text more often. Great run by you, my brother. Back on the podium. How was your night? Yeah, it was fun to watch. I'll tell you that for sure. Great run by you, my friend. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium finish? Yeah, man, that's great stuff. That's where I came from, admin world. So greatly appreciate the shout out, man. Great run by you, Chris. You going to run the rest of the night? Right on, man. Good luck, and hopefully we talk to you back on the podium. You got this, man. Go get him. All right, see ya. The 181 of Jeffrey Kemper moves up 2 positions from his starting point. The driver out of Oregon drives the 181 to victory lane. Jeff, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe. I was listening to the broadcast. I don't know if our interviews are being broadcast, though. You can hear yourself, but not us.
Let me turn it up. There you go. Now you can hear yourself for sure. Great run by you, my friend. Man, it took you a while to get there, but once you did, you checked out on the field, man. Great run by you. How's the track? How'd you get by him?
That was actually pretty sketchy track. I'm just starting to learn how to run the top line there. So I was worried about hitting the wall quite a bit. And so kind of just following Schaefer there until he made a mistake and capitalized on that, and then just tried to keep it off the wall and not goose it too much.
Man, you checked out on the field. Like watching, it's not the Mean Green Machine tonight on the broadcast, unfortunately, but quite familiar. And man, love following you. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your victory?
Oh yeah, I got to thank friends and family and girlfriend. I got to thank you for the broadcast. Preston and Roger for putting this on. This is a great deal for some of us that normally aren't running up to the front the regular night. So really enjoying it.
Yeah, man. So my question of the night was, since you've won a feature now, does that exclude you from the limited late models? That's soon to be decided, I guess. But at least you got a sticker coming your way. I've been with Coast to Coast Racing League. Yeah, we're coming up on 2 years, I guess, and I still have yet to get my first sticker. But great run by you, man. Sticker coming your way. Congratulations. You gonna run the rest of the night?
No, I'm not. My son just flew in from Arizona, so I'm gonna hang out with him, and we're gonna head over to the coast on Oregon Coast this weekend.
Man, that's awesome. I've been up to Oregon. I actually drove up to, can't remember where I went and picked up my Aluma Weld jet boat up in Oregon not too long ago. Heck of a drive here from California. Beautiful country, my friend. Great run by you. Wish you a great time with your son and great interview. So thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Have a great night. So there you have it. There's your limited 360 division. We will be back with the 410 sprint cars. So this will be exciting. So we will be right back.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give them a quick brush and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
why I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling? We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent, they're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well, that they can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel, and so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're gonna go through the blue barrels and you can weave through them and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we can grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property that, you know, we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing, talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people. Obstacles.
I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.
Mission 22 was founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity right now.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back, and every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose, and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars are going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy.
Welcome back. We are back with the 410 sprint cars at Fairbury. We're going to kick up the horsepower a little bit here. Brian Moore Sr. with an 11.9 or 10.306 is your fast time at practice so far. Blake Chapman currently in the field in the 20 machine. Currently second quick with a last lap of 11.445. 4.45. More Chapman, Landon Schatz, or Sargent are your top 5. .410 Sprint Cars brought to you by 2-1 Designs. Check them out. You need a car wrap? Do you need graphics? Check out 2-1 Designs. You can find them on Facebook. Greatly appreciate them for sponsoring the 410 division. Terry Landis in the 161 out on track, driver out of California. Let's see how Terry times in his first lap here with the high horsepowered 410 Sprint Cars. Brian Morsini with a 10. Oh, Blake Chapman with a 10.156. Nathan Aldrich with the 5.14. Currently 6th quick. Terry Landis ended up 9th quick. Chris Schaefer 10th quick or 11th quick. Qualifying happens in a big hurry here. John Short in the 51 machine, currently second quick. Blake Chapman with your quick time, a 10.150. Qualifying has completed. Steven Spees in the 55 machine, currently up to 8th quick. So Tyler Wilson in the 042 car will bring home your quick time with a 10.132. 10.132 for Tyler Wilson with your quick time. We are getting ready to go heat racing. Currently 16 drivers in the field, so not a bad turnout for the 410 Sprint Cars. Wilson, Chapman, Short, Spangler, Barker are your top 5. My teammate, Kurt Schatzer, in the 218 car. 6, Boydell, Spees, Moore Sr., and Bob the Good are your top 10 in qualifying. We'll see. They do invert the top 4. So we will see how everybody shakes out here. Greg Boydell, Jeff Barker on the front row. John Short, Tyler Wilson in row 2. Brian Moore Sr., Nathan Aldrich in 3. Terry Landis and Mike Cramner in row number 4. My teammate, Greg Boydell, will roll off on the point with Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine to his outside. John Short and Tyler Wilson in row 2. Malcolm's Mills riding pace truck will take us to the green flag. All 8 drivers have gridded for heat number 1. top 4 heading to the feature, although everyone will head to the feature tonight. Pace truck will exit this time by. Again, the 42 car. Oh, Tyler Wilson is your quick qualifier. Coast to Coast Racing League does invert the top 4. Green flag is out. We are underway. Greg Boydell in the 014. Looks like Greg's gonna possibly lose a couple positions. Jeff Barker in the front in the 513 car. Got Tyler Wilson below the 513 trying to take away the front position. John Short in the 51 machine in the 4th and final transfer position with Brian Moore Sr. falling off the pace here a little bit. Top 4 running away from the field. We'll get a look at your top 4 as Short and Nathan Aldridge make contact. Tyler Wilson trying to get past the 513 of Barker for P1. 42 throws it down low. Can't make it happen that time by. Barker, Wilson, Short, Landis are your top 4 in heat number 1. Heat number 2, Steven Spees, Kurt Schatzer on the front row, Patrick Spangler, Blake Chapman in row 2, Bob DeGood, Kyle Sargent in 3, Chris Schaefer, Bob Curtis in row number 4. Steven Spees will bring us to the green flag in the 55 machine. Malcolm's Mills right. Pace truck pulls off of the racing surface. Again, to the 410 sprint cars are brought to you by 2-1 Race Designs. If you need a wrap, check them out on Facebook, 2-1 Race Designs. Pace truck should exit next time by. Steven Spees will bring us to the green flag. Restarts are on green here with Coast to Coast Racing League. Kurt Schatzer with a great run off that top side. We're going to go 3 wide early here, apparently, with the 39 car of Patrick Spangler. What a great race. 55 of Steven Spees up into the outside wall. Kurt Schatzer currently on the point with Blake Chapman to his rear. The 20 of Chapman to the rear tail tank of the 218 of Schatzer. Patrick Spangler in the 39 machine falling off the pace just a little bit. Bob DeGood in P4, the final transfer position. Kurt Schatzer in the 218 got Blake Chapman to his rear tail tank, working lap 5 of 6. .218, it looks like it's Schatzer, Chapman, Spangler DeGood are your top 4 in heat number 2. We will have 3 minutes of warm up, so we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. Two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. We're about to drop the green flag over the 410 sprint cars at Fairbury. John Short with your quick time, 10:443 in warm-ups. We are getting ready to go to Jeff Barker, Kurt Schatzer on the front row, Tyler Wilson, Blake Chapman in row 2, John Short, Patrick Spengler in 3, Terry Landis, Bob DeGood in 4, Nathan Aldridge, Kyle Sargent in 5, Mike Cramner, Chris Schaefer in row number 6, Brian Moore Sr., Bob Curtis in 7, Greg Boydell, Steven Spees in row number 8. So it will be the 513 Marine Machine that brings us to the green flag. Four tens at Fairbury. What a handful this is. Coming up next, we got the wingless division. So just when you thought the action couldn't get any more exciting, the wingless division comes up next here on Wednesday night, Veterans and First Responders Night. Again, it will be the 513. Jeff Barker bringing us to the green flag with Kurt Schatzer in the 218 on his outside. Got 20 laps. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Jeff Barker. Green flag is out. We are underway. Barker down low. Schatzer running that high side early. We got contact. Looks like Jeff Short was involved. Comes up into the 39 car there. Those two make contact. So Barker will still lead the field. Working lap 3 of 20. Caution is back out. Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine. Let's take a look and see if we can see what happened. Trying to get by Kurt Schatzer. Looks like the caution happened way before that. So after everything shakes out, we are back with, let's see who is leading. Jeff Barker in the 513. Pace truck is off. We are back underway. Barker will bring us to the green flag. Got Kurt Schatzer in the 218. Barker still leading, running that bottom line. Kurt Schatzer on the outside. Yellow is back out. So a lot of cautions here early. Looks like Patrick Spangler was involved in an incident. Gets into the back of the 51 of Short, just goes around all by himself. So we will reset the field with Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine. Currently in P1, we are working lap 5 of 20, so we got a long way to go here. Pace truck is off. We are getting ready to go green. 513 of Jeff Barker at the front of the field. Green flag is out. We are underway. Kurt Schatzer running P2. Barker running the middle line. What's up, Pops? Hello? Hello? you hear me? Man, I'm in the middle of the broadcast. What's going on? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Who was it? Oh, Aunt Sherry. My Aunt Sherry? Holy shit, how'd you hear that? Holy fuck. Ain't that something? Message from message. Okay, Pops, thank you. Alright, bye. So back under the green flag with Kurt Schatzer at the front of the field. Tyler Wilson behind him in the 4042. Wilson gets into the outside fence. That leaves Schatzer all by himself. We'll take a look at what happened with the 42. Gets up into that outside fence, gets down into the rest of the field. Kurt Schatzer at the front of the field, currently in the 218 machine. My teammate and super good guy in the Dirt Track Bank 218.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is back out. We are underway. Kurt Schatzer now with Blake Chapman to his rear tail tank. Working lap 11 of 20. Schatzer in the 218. Blake Chapman in the 20. Chapman thought about going low in the KSR Crate Sim Racing. My apologies, Blake. Caution is back out. Steven Speeds crashes in the 55 machine. Let's see what happened to the 55. Just gets up into that outside fence. Track is getting super treacherous here. Kurt Schatzer in the 218 at the front of the field. Schatzer, Chapman, Barker, Landis, Schaefer are your top five. Pace truck should exit next time by. Leaving the field to the 218, the Dirt Track Bank, Kurt Schatzer.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is back out. We are working lap 15 of 20. Schatzer followed by Chapman. Slide job by Chapman, crossover by Kurt Schatzer. Slide job by Schatzer puts him up into the fence. Moves the 218 back to P3. Move Blake Chapman to the point in the 20 machine with a lead of almost a second gap over John Short in the 51. 1 lap to go. Schatzer moves back into P3. Chapman, Short, Schatzer are your top three. Great run at the end. We will get a word with your top three here momentarily as soon as they are done with their interviews. Schatzer and Chapman battling out there at the end. We wait for those gentlemen to get their podium shots. We will get Kurt Schatzer in the 218 first into the booth, who slid up into the wall. .218 of Kurt Schatzer puts the 218 on the podium in his new dirt track bank paint scheme. Kurt, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I hear you, Joe.
Hey, man, great run, brother. Just that late race slider there got you. How was your race? How was your night?
Yeah, it was sorry, I was taking a drink. It was a good race. The track got really slick. I'm not too familiar. Actually, this was my first night in a 410. Yeah, I was just trying to put on a show there with Blake. I really didn't have nothing for him.
Yeah, man, you were running up front. You say you don't have anything for him. You were running up front all night. Great looking paint scheme, my brother. Who do you got to thank for your podium finish?
Well, you say a great looking paint there. I got to thank Nicholas Vickery. He put a wrap on this, and we're debuting it this week here on VMR Wraps. Go check them out. You need a wrap done. Nick does a fantastic job working with you and giving you exactly what you want. Dirt track bank. That's where the racers bank. Everybody on the team. You for putting the team together. Brandon Templeton, Brian Dickens, Greg Boydell. Coast to Coast, you doing the broadcast. I think that's it.
Yeah, man, greatly appreciated. Kurt Schatzer is a great teammate of mine. Brought him on board right behind Brandon Templeton. So, man, it's great to see you put it on the podium in the 218. Great looking car, my brother. And you gonna run the wingless division tonight?
I might.
All right, man. Great run, Kurt,
right.
and we will talk to you next time.
All right, catch you later.
All right, man. The 51 car of John Short. I don't see him in the waiting room. I don't see John, so we will skip to Blake Chapman. No stranger.
I think John had a black flag. Terry ended up in third.
So we will go with Terry Landis, the 161 car of Terry Landis, from what I understand. Terry, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Man, that's crazy. So we got a black flag and we got the 161 back on the podium. So you put the 161 on the podium, no matter the circumstances. Great run by you, man. How was your night?
It was pretty good. The bottom was working really good. Couple more laps and it might have been a different story. And I just want to say sorry to Jeff for giving you a hit like that.
Yeah, man, we're actually looking at the slow-mo of the race. It looks like the bottom was wide open. Great run by you, man. You brought it home back on the podium. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium finish?
Oh, yeah, we'd like to thank Galen's Homegrown Popcorn. Best stuff on the market. Use code CART and get 15% off. Thank the boys back at KSR. And my wife, Judy.
All right, man. Great run by you, my friend. You going to run the wingless division? That's a silly question, but I got to ask it.
Yeah, I'll be at the Chili Bowl, even though I don't like it.
Good luck to you. Hope to talk to you on the podium.
All right, Joe. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night.
Yeah, Blake Chapman in the 20 machine moves up 3 positions from his starting position. Blake, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, great run. Another great run. It would not be a Wednesday night if I didn't talk to Blake Chapman from Krite Sim Racing. Man, how was your night? How did you get it done?
I just used the top, Joe. I was able to get around Barker there, and he was running a lane lower, and then Wilson got into the wall, and I was able to get around him, and then Kurt was the only guy in front of me. And I was able to run him down, and on the short track like Fairbury, you don't have to work a guy as much as you do in the 360s or 305s to throw a slider, since these things have so much horsepower. And me and Kurt, we were exchanging slide jobs there, and he must have made a mistake because I saw my relative that Shorty was behind me, but teammates with Short, so I knew he had a black flag because he was cheating. But the track was really slick, and I just stuck it up top all night.
Yeah, man, you're talking to Short like I talk to my teammates, man. That's great to hear. Another great run by the 20 car, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your victory?
Yeah, parents, grandparents, Steve Bixler, everybody watching and supporting. I got to thank the boys down at the K&M Racing Team and Krite Sim Racing. I got to give a shout out to Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. Head over there. I use code CART. Check out for 15% off. You already know that, though, from Terry's interview. And I got to thank you for putting this on, Joe.
Yeah, Krite Sim Racing Popcorn's getting some serious promo tonight. You could have run the wingless division.
Unfortunately, no, I don't own the Chili Bowl, but hopefully I'll see you next week, Joe.
All right, man. Have a great night. Another great run by you.
Thanks, Joe. Take care.
Yes, sir. There you have it. There is your top 3 from the 410 at Fairbury here. We will move on to the wingless division, the midgets at the Chili Bowl. So we will be right back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
Welcome back. It is nightcap time. We are with the wingless portion of Wednesday. We are with the midgets here at the Chili Bowl. Brandon Templeton in the 31 car, currently first quick with the 10.571. We will get the qualifying going here momentarily. Looks like we're at a field of 10 cars. So should have 2 heat races. Qualifying is about to take place. We will follow the first car out on the track, which will be the 31 of Brandon Templeton. In the dirt track bank 31 machine. Again, my teammate Brandon Templeton out of Corning, Iowa. Had quick time in your warm-up session. Gets up on the inside berm. That won't help the cause. Better run on lap number 2. We will see how the time is here at the line. Bob the Good with 11.238. Brandon Templeton with a 10.828 for the 31 car. Last year's champion and Hall of Famer Terry Landis having a go at it here. Currently 5th quick. 61 car will have to reload and give her another go. The 70 car of Mike Cramner currently 7th quick. John Short in the 51 machine. Currently 7th quick with 11.738. Going to give the second lap, see if he can't improve on that. Jack hitting the 217 Hooters machine, currently 2nd quick. 1/10 off the pace. .217 taking the opportunity for a couple of extra warm-up laps. Benjamin Kelch out on the track in the 16 car. Gets up on that inside berm. Let's see how the first lap for the 16 machine. Currently 3rd quick with 11.144. Kelch making his presence known here at the Chili Bowl. Finishes in grand fashion there. John Short in the 51 machine, still out on the track, running as many practice laps as he can get. Looks like it's time to go heat racing. Heat 1, Terry Landis, Bob DeGood on the front row. Benjamin Kelch, Brandon Templeton in row 2. Mike Cramner rounds out your field of 5 drivers. Last year's champion and Hall of Famer Terry Landis will start on the pole. Terry Landis will start on the pole in the 161 Yahoo machine. Got 6 laps to get it done. Brandon Templeton, the quick time qualifier in the 31, driver out of Corning, Iowa, will roll off P4. Terry Landis will bring us to the green flag in the midget division. Green flag is out. We are underway. Terry Landis with Bob the Good to his outside. Those two make contact. Terry Landis running away from the field. Bob the Good in P2 with Brandon Templeton to the rear of the 7-car. Templeton with the run off of the bottom of. Those two make contact. Landis, Templeton, DeGood. Saw Bob DeGood get into the outside fence. Benjamin Kelch in the 18 machine. 16, my apologies. Last year's champion and Hall of Famer Terry Landis opens up a 2.5 second gap over second place Brandon Templeton. Working lap 6 of 6. White flag is out. Landis, Templeton, Kelch, Cramner are your top 4. Heat 2, John Short, Steven Spees on the front row. Jeff Barker, Jack Hitt in row number 2. Nathan Aldridge rounds out your field of 5 drivers. So we don't see John Short much, but tonight he is on the pole here. John Short outside of him, the 55 of Steven Spees. We got 6 laps here to get it done, setting the starting grid for the feature. Pace truck is off. John Short will bring us to the green flag. Green flag is out. Gamblers Motorsports, the 55 of Speeds to the outside. My apologies. The Gambler Motorsports is, Speeds. To the point. Short in second, Barker in third, Jack Hitt in the 217 is in P4. Nathan Aldrich in the 514 rounds out your field of 5 drivers. Up front, Steven Spees opens up a almost second gap over second place John Short in the 51. Look at your top 4. Looks like 217 of Hitt goes down underneath Jeff Barker. Those two are battling out for P3. Looks like Jack Hitt will take the position away from Jeff Barker. Short in P2, Steven Spees all by himself. Spees, Short, Hitt, Barker are your top 4. We will have 3 minutes of warm-up, so we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue has been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. That just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear Till Valhalla Project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. Two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. It is about feature time. We will get a look at who was quickest in warm-ups. Looks like Brandon Templeton in the 31 Dirt Track Bank Machine with a 10.848. So we are getting ready to go feature racing. Terry Landis, Steven Spees on the front row. Brandon Templeton, John Short in row 2. Benjamin Kelch, John Hitt in 3. Mike Cramner, Jeff Barker in 4. Bob DeGood and Nathan Aldrich in row number 4. Last year's champion and Hall of Fame inductee, the 161 of Terry Landis, will roll off on the pole. Got Steven Spees to his outside. We're going to run 25 laps here at the Chili Bowl. Pace truck will exit next time by, leaving the field to the 161 of Terry Landis. Got Steven Spees to his outside. Coming to the green flag, we are under green. Spees on the outside in the Gamblers Motorsports 55. Looks like he's going to get a good run. Brandon Templeton moving up to P2, getting underneath the 161 of Terry Landis. Templeton running that extreme bottom side. Looks like your top two are getting away from the field. Benjamin Kelch in the 218. Looks like John Short got up into the outside wall there. 513 of Jeff Barker had nowhere to go. Followed the 51 up into the outside fence there, bringing out our first caution. Steven Spees in the Gamblers Motorsports number 55, currently at the front of the field. Dirt Track Bank number 31, currently in P2. Terry Landis in the Yoo-Hoo Machine in P3. Benjamin Kelsch Spees will start on the inside of Templeton here for the restart.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. We are back underway. Spees in the Gambler Motorsports 55 with a great start. Terry Landis throws it down underneath the 31 of Brandon Templeton. Gets a great run. Templeton and Landis going to battle it out. Templeton down low, Landis up high in the 161. Looks like Templeton will make it work in the 31 machine. Looks like we already have lap traffic into play. Looks like Bob the Good in the 7 machine. Brandon Templeton moving up to P2. Steven Spees in your lead currently. Go on board with the 31 Corning, Iowa's Brandon Templeton as he tries to track down your leader, Steven Spees. Spees in the Gamblers Motorsports number 55, currently at the front of the field. Looks like the field is getting spread out a little bit. Terry Landis in the 161, trying to track down who the random lap car is that gets in between them. Looks like Bob the Good there in the 7 machine. Up front, Spees with a Spees with a second gap over second place Brandon Templeton. Terry Landis currently in P3. Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine currently in P4. Working lap 15 of 25. Spees with a great run in the 55 machine. Brandon Templeton now trying to reel in Spees. The second gap is currently disappeared as Brandon Templeton now with 0.6 of a second behind the 55 of Steven Spees. It is a ways back to third place in 161 of Terry Landis. Currently over almost 2-3 seconds off the lead. Jeff Barker in the 513, currently in fourth position. Benjamin Kelsch in the 16 car in P5. Up front, Steven Spees leading the way over Brandon Templeton, who has that lead back down to almost a half second. Templeton into the outside wall. We do have a caution. Great run here at the Chili Bowl. Caution comes out for the 7 car. Up Bob the Good. Let's see what happened to the 7 car. Just gets into that wall all by himself. Tries to exit the speedway. Steven Spees leading the way. Terry Landis, not sure what happened here to Brandon Templeton, but it shows Templeton in the pits here. Trying to look back and see what happened to Brandon Templeton. Let's see if we can't catch what happened to the 31 machine. Running in second place behind, just gets into the fence. That will end a great night by the 31, driving out of Corning, Iowa, Brandon Templeton. Steven Spees, Brandon Templeton will come out in front of the field, but not before being passed by the 55 of Steven Spees. Caution is back out. Working lap 25 of 26, so we are getting down to the very end here. So we only have a couple to go here with Steven Spees at the front of the field with Terry Landis to the rear, last year's champion in the wingless division. Pace truck is off. We are about to go green flag. Green flag is back out. Spees with a good start. Terry Landis and Jack Hitt running 2-3. So the two previous year champions running second and third behind Steven Spees. Indy Gambler Motorsports number 55 machine. White flag is out. Steven Spees will bring it home. Spees, Hitt, Landis are your top three. We will get a word with your podium finishers here momentarily. Terry Landis in the 161 brings it home, P3. Putting a 61 on the podium. We will catch a word with your top three here momentarily. Terry Landis in the 161 machine started out P2. Terry, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man, great run. You brought it home on the podium in the 161 machine. How was your night? How was the Chili Bowl?
Chili Bowl's the Chili Bowl. That's all I'm gonna say. But it was a good night. Just try and keep it on the bottom as best I can. And Steven had us covered.
Yeah, man, it was a great run. It was fun to watch, as the Chili Bowl often is. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium?
Oh yeah, Galen's homegrown popcorn, best popcorn around. Use code CART in the when you're buying it, and you get 15% off. And KSR and my wife Judy and Kreitz Old Track Parts.
Yeah, man, great run by you, my friend. Starting the journey for another championship, possibly in the wingless division. You and Jack Hitt the last 2 years finished on the in the championship position. Battled it out tonight, finishing 2 and 3. Great run by you, my friend. We'll see you next week.
All right, Joe. You take care.
Yes, sir. The 217 of Jack Hitt puts it on the podium in P2. Jack, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, great run. Finished. You moved up 4 positions from your start. Are we on another journey for another championship in the wingless division?
Oh, well, didn't have too good a performance last week, so we'll see. That's probably going to be one of my drop weeks, but, that's the goal.
Yeah, man, it was great to watch you and Terry Landis battle it out. I've watched you the past 2 seasons, man. I'm a fan of both of you for sure. How'd you get up to P2 from P4?
Well, there was some carnage, and then I decided to take it to the outside there and see what was left, and just enough to get around Terry at the end.
Yeah, man, great podium finish. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Same as always, everybody here at the league, you for putting on the broadcast, my wife for giving me the time to do this, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Man, look forward to following you for another championship. Great run, my friend.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. See ya. Steven Spees in the 55 machine drives up 1 position, started outside pole, takes the 55 Gamblers Motorsports machine to the victory. Steven, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, great run, my brother. How was your night?
It was really good. I unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, messed up my qualifying laps. I hit the berm coming off a 4, got the car out of shape, messed up the first lap, and then got a small 0X on the second lap. But with the invert and the small field, it put me in a good spot in the heat. So was able to get out front there, and then, had a good spot start in the feature on the front row, and, good group here. Generally, the guys that run towards the front of this are all clean in these non-wings and know what they're doing. So it was that was a good time. Can't complain about anything.
Yeah, man, I tell you, it was sure fun to watch. You in this for the long haul for a championship, or are you dropping in to throw the 55 Gambler Motorsports into victory lane?
Yeah, I'll just be playing spoiler. I'll hopefully be able to run regularly through July. I'm not sure when this season's going to end. I'm assuming sometime in August, September, but I got another late model league commitment that conflicts with this non-wing stuff quite a bit. So as much as I love it, I've got that other group I've got to run. So I'll just come in here and try to play spoiler for Jack and Terry whenever I get the chance.
It's always great to watch you run, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your victory?
Just thank all the guys for, putting this together, running it consistently. I always have a good time whenever I can make these races. So, and thanks for you. I know you do these usually solo, and you do a good job, and it's fun to go look back and see how it went.
Yeah, man, greatly appreciated. Hope to see you next week.
Hopefully. We'll see you later, Joe.
All right, man. Have a good night. So there you have it. There is Veterans and First Responders Night. Steven Spees bringing the midget home at the Chili Bowl in P1. Like to greatly thank everyone for tuning in, those that did. If you have any suggestions, please let us know. You can find us on Facebook at Got Your Six Racing Network, or send it to my personal email, joe@gy6rn.com. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in, and until next week, we will see ya.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people would have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and like I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now.